Hey, welcome to day 185. We are in Psalms 42 through 46. And this won't take very long. It's a short video today. Yay! Psalms tells us history and praises and things that we need to know about God, and also tells us the hearts of the people. So it's good to read this. It tells us a lot about the people at the time. So I got about 8 different verses I want to go through, but real fast. Okay, so God is the one who gives us victory. In 44:7, chapter 44, verse 7, you are the one who gives us victory over our enemies. You disgrace those who hate us. Okay, something that God does. And then we talk about the exile, 44:11. You have butchered us like sheep and scattered us among the nations. So this is all in the same psalm, and they're talking about all these different feelings that are going through their minds. They're praising and they're complaining, and also saying, hey, you're the one who's in control, not us. And we deserve the punishment. In verse 19 it says, yet you have crushed us in the jackal's desert home. You have covered us with darkness and death. Okay, so they're oppressed, and they're writing this. And God knows everything. He knows all our thoughts and secrets. So in your list of attributes of God, you could write this down. Verse 21. Verse 20 says, if we had forgotten the name of our God, or spread our hands in prayer to foreign gods, then verse 21 it says, God would surely have known it, for he knows the secrets of every heart. So in this time period, these are godly people that are writing these things, and they feel the punishment and the oppression from the nations, and they've been exiled, and they understand that God knows everything. So this person gets this. So these are good people in the midst of exile, in the midst of all this punishment that's happening to them. So it's important to understand that, yeah, there are good people that suffer for this stuff. Good people that may have not said anything. Maybe they were sitting on their hands. Maybe they were children and they grew up in the exile. Who knows? So, why? Chapter 44, verse 24 says, why do you look the other way? Why do you ignore our suffering and oppression? Those are questions that we always ask whenever there's suffering and pain. And now we go to chapter 45, verse 6. And they talk about, God, your throne, O God, endures forever and ever. You rule with a scepter of justice. So this is one of those things where we're praising God. Most of the Psalms are about praise. And we also need to understand that God is in total control. In chapter 46, verses 8 through 9, it says, come see the glorious works of the Lord. See how he brings destruction upon the world. And this is important. He brings destruction upon the world. He causes wars to end throughout the earth. He breaks the bow and snaps the spear and burns the shields with fire. God is in total control here. And he decides when the war is going to end. He decides when all this is going to happen. So I think at this point we're talking about future time where he's going to end all war. And then in verse 10 it says, be still and know that I am God. I will be honored by every nation. I will be honored throughout the world. And when is that going to happen? That will be happening in the future, when he ends all the wars and he puts all the plows and hooks and or the weapons and spears and hooks into plowshares, or whatever it is. I don't know. I can't remember the verse. So anyway, this is a section where we're understanding they're in exile, they're suffering, they're oppressed, but yet we have a remnant that's left over, and that's the key to this, because God is going to bring them back. So we're still in the reading of them being exiled. So you have Israel being exiled, Judah is going to be exiled soon, and in their exile eventually they turn to God, and God brings them back for his own name's sake, not for them. Okay, so that's your day 185. See you tomorrow.